Back on our NEC football preview show, and the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils, the defending champs in the conference. Ryan McCarthy in his second season joins us as well as Trey Jones and Tyshawn James, member of that offense and defense. Of course, you got to represent both sides of the ball. But Coach McCarthy, I want to start with you because last year you guys win the bid, undefeated in conference play. Obviously, tough game up at Albany in the first round of the playoffs. But because this has been such a different offseason, and you've had a lot of extra time at home, I'm sure, have you allowed more of that to soak in than you would have normally done with a previous season when you look forward to the one coming up?
To be honest with you, it's good to see Trey and Tyshawn face to face. I haven't seen their handsome faces in a long time. And, the one thing I've watched every game that we played last year probably 15 times. And I couldn't be more prouder of a team. And, obviously these two guys they represent everything that is right with college football. And I don't know if we're going to play a game this season. I don't. And I've tried to stay, be very upfront with them, transparent. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't. From what I have not been on internet. I have not been on for the last couple of days.
Well, it's certainly a very fluid situation for all of us, and I think the unknown will keep us on our toes at the very least. Now, Tyshawn James does not need to be on his toes because he blows by people on a regular basis. But Tyshawn, I need to ask you something because we know what an outstanding receiver you are. But, I couldn't help but look at the stats last year, and I saw 24 carries because they also use you on the wide receiver end around running the ball. How much do you enjoy those plays, or would you still rather just go deep and catch a pass?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I like doing it. It makes me feel like I'm back in high school again, being able to carry the ball. So I enjoy that. They give me the opportunity and the chance to do it.
Do you find that even though teams know that that's part of the game plan and the repertoire, that you can still catch them a little bit on their heels?
Yeah, a little bit, because either I can hand it off or I can pull it. It's just honestly, it's just a read key. So either way, I just have to make the right read. Sometimes I make the wrong read and I just pull it anyway. And Coach Mack will get on me for that, but I still like doing it.
And of course, Trey Jones, one of the sack specialists in the conference, one of the leaders last season. All right, so we all know how dangerous you are, and everybody is well aware of what they've got to do to keep you from wrecking things on their side of the ball. How do you take things to the next level?
I think that comes with more film preparation. Last season I tried to better myself in film study and reading offenses and reading what the tackle does. I think for me to take it to the next level, I have to focus on that more mentally than ever. Especially with this COVID situation coming up. I've been upstairs watching film nonstop, so that's what's going to take me to the next level.
Well, Coach McCarthy, obviously you've got a couple of champions here who know what it takes to win and will do everything they can to get it again. At the same time, your quarterback is no longer around. Aaron Winchester, Offensive Player of the Year in the conference last year. How are you going to solidify that situation? I'm sure that's as fluid right now as everything else is.
Well, I think with not having the spring, nobody knows anything. And we went into last year in the same situation. Who's going to play quarterback? Jake Delagala, obviously played is in the NFL, and nobody knew what Aaron Winchester was. And we're going to figure it out. We are going to figure it out. I don't know how it's going to go, whether it's Steve or Kyle or Alex or Sean Mitchell, who we're bringing in. I don't know how it's going to go, but I know this. We've got good players. We got We got a good coaching staff. We're going to figure it out, and that's the way it's going to be. And when you got guys like Tyshawn and Trey, listen, we're going to figure it out. And I'm not guaranteeing anything. All I know is this: we're going to go out and we're going to play every week hard, and we're going to figure it out. It's the way it's going to be.
Well, I know Tyshawn doesn't want to hear this from me, but Coach McCarthy, you've got quite a repertoire of running backs to throw at people. So whoever the quarterback is, you can rely on the ground game.
We're going to go – personnel is all that matters. If you don't have guys like Tyshawn and Trey and other people, it doesn't matter. We're going to do what we do. We're going to line up. We're going to run the football, and we're going to play our best defense. Defense wins championships. They've heard me say it 1,000 times. That's the way it's going to be. And I firmly believe that, whether we practice 10 times or 50 times, let's go. Let's do it.
Trey, let me go back to you. You just heard your coach say the old mantra, the defense wins championships. How proud is your defense of the undefeated season last year? And obviously knowing there's a quarterback change afloat, that defense is probably the staple that will help keep him in games.
I think we take top pride in defense, how we was ranked in total defense in the FCS. So we take a pretty good chunk of pride into defense and what we can do. And every practice we're going against the number one offense in the conference. So that literally can't get any better than that. So I think, however many games we play, we're going to be ready and we're going to rely on each other. And that's how we're going to win another championship.
Tyshawn, you have been such a dynamic player for this team. You've got another season now. You come back as a defending champ. And if there's anything more that defenses can do to you, they're probably trying to cook it up right now on their computers. How much differently do you expect them to treat you? And how do you take your game to another level to make sure that they can't slow you down?
Honestly, I just have to believe what the coaches do. Honestly, I just trust in the process. I feel like we have great coaches and they'll get me the ball, whether it's in the first half or the second half. I feel like we have good pieces all around in the slot and at running back. So I feel like you could key on me for a certain amount of time, but if you double me, then you're going to leave somebody else one-on-one, and then it's going to get bad from there. So I feel like just trusting what the coaches do. I believe in what they say, and I feel like everything will plan out for itself.
Coach McCarthy, a final question for you. When you finally get back together with your guys, will you show them a highlight reel of what they accomplished last year, or do you just want to move on and make it anew?
We're going to move on. We're going to move on. That's what these guys don't need to hear how good they are every day. They know how good they are. I know how good these guys are, but we're not going to do that. We're going to take it one step at a time. And, we always go back to the same thing, the process. I don't want that. We turn the page, move on, and I don't have to tell these two guys right here. They know what we need to do. And we're going to figure out a way to do it. And I just hope we can have the opportunity to do that, just to come out, because I miss these guys. I miss seeing these guys. We haven't, this is the first time I've talked to both these guys, but it's the first time I've seen them in a long time. And everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants to get back in the swing of things and let's do it. But I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I don't. But I know this. They give us a chance to do it, we're going to figure it out. Period.
Coach Ryan McCarthy, Tyshawn James, and Trey Jones from the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils. They're looking to defend their NEC championship. Guys, best of luck. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Paul.
When we come back, we will talk to Craig Cayley from Stats Perform. Stick around.